this is State of the Culture, brought to you by Izesan. Speak Esan. It's a language learning app. And I always do this with two beautiful ladies beside me. But first, my name is Justina and Gatting. I'm your host, and I'm going to let my hosts introduce themselves as well. My co-hosts, beg your pardon. And by my right, I have...
Good evening, my name is Izesan. Don't mind the fake smile. Just trying to.
We're going to discuss, what's going on.
Yeah.
But introduce yourself.
My name is Dewey Kelechi.
Okay, so let's move to Tosin because she seems to be like, so don't know what is it? What happened today, Kelechi? Sorry, Tosin.
Because we saw you crying.
Do you have to print that out?
We have to, girl. We gotta talk about it. Hard girl's table.
This is like hard girl thing, so.
No, you're a human being.
We're going to talk about that as well.
I mean, lady in black, we don't cry.
Why?
Okay, I'll just make it very brief.
We want the whole story, just discuss.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Mm-hmm.
I had like a very bad day.
Mm.
The worst. Like.
Compared to
the
what's
worst
happening
Yes,
in
what
Nigeria,
happened?
the worst.
The worst. I mean, I got locked out of my own house. So,
Wow.
she's like, my landlord didn't chase me out though. But I have a friend visiting and then she had to go to the bank. So she took my house key to the bank and then from there she went to her PPA. So I was locked out of my house for hours.
Oh my God.
So it's crazy.
How
but
did you
Yeah, that's
feel?
actually sad.
I cried. I felt bad, I felt sad, I felt angry.
Mm.
So it's just like mixed feelings.
Mm.
I was wearing my khaki like all day.
Mm.
All day.
Can we talk about NYC streak one day? Like this NYC banter, like
Maybe on
is there a point?
another day.
Definitely.
Yes, I think so.
Well,
I'm
another
going to
time,
address this topic.
Where yeah,
NYC.
going for CDA, staying there for hours and then just getting to your house. Oh, there's no key, no food, no water, no nothing. I have to like stay out
Wow.
all day. I came to work today with my khaki.
But at the end of the day, you look smashing. So
Girl, I have
The
to.
difference
I
is clear. Like from
You
that
look
to
good.
this.
Only one person.
Like,
if this is like the definition of they show for face.
Period.
Like, whatever is happening with
If
you,
he choke.
it's definitely not showing
If
in your
he choke.
look right now.
He choke.
mm.
Anyways.
I get you, girl.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's talk about today's topic. So, have you ever said things like, stop acting like a woman? Or, why are you behaving like a man?
Just say it now.
Exactly. Just say
So
something
we have
like
to
that.
address you too. You enter inside.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So, today we'll be talking about sexism and gender roles. Now, are gender roles disguised sexism? So first of all, let's talk about sexism. What is sexism? Sexism is discrimination against any person based on their sex. And if you look up the definition of sexism, you would see that you would see a certain word largely associated with women. I'm talking about the word largely. You use largely, mostly, especially, but it's because that women are at a disadvantaged position when it comes to sexism. Most times, women are the ones who face sexism, but this doesn't mean that men don't face it as well. Also, we're talking about gender roles. Now, gender roles is simply behavioral expectations of a person based on their sex. Simply saying, you're a woman, act this way, or you're a man, act this way. But, let me open it up to Tosin. So, why do you, like I said, people say, or most of the definitions say that sexism is largely associated with women. Why do you think this is so?
Well, I don't want to just give my opinion. So based on research, I got to find out that, sexism is largely based on women because of the kind of society we live in. Men are naturally seen as, dominant, stronger gender. And I'm not saying they're wrong. Men are seen as superior. Like society is they just give men a lot of, I don't want to call it advantage, but then it's
Well,
just...
you can actually say advantage because that's actually
I know I'm
the
a
case.
woman right now, so I don't want to just play
Okay.
the woman card.
But you won't be wrong though, but
Okay.
please keep
going. So yeah, so that's just, society just sees men as patriarchal in nature, and that's why this sexism thing is just largely associated.
Associated.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
English is not your first
I
language.
mean, I had a bad day, so.
Yeah. We will cause
Yeah.
for you.
Thank you. Associated with females. So Kelechi, I'd like to, bounce something on you. Can you, because we keep talking about women being largely associated with
It's fine.
Yeah.
sexism. So Kelechi, can you please educate us on how men actually victims of sexism?
Yeah.
I mean, we're all ladies here, so we shouldn't look like we are all talking about ladies.
True.
Yeah, please.
To stand in their place, okay.
Please.
Try to pay me, men that want to pay me. So how or in what circumstance do I think men are victims of sexism, right?
Yes, please.
Yeah, oh my goodness, this popular one, they say men should not cry. Wow. I hate that statement, please. Like, if you're a guy listening to me, please cry. It's very human of you to cry.
Yeah.
I feel that even guys should go for therapy. This topic is for me because I know how, I have 3 brothers, so I know how I'm very protective of them and I want them to be vulnerable with me. I don't want them to do hard guy because last you're still a human being.
True.
And one thing that I would encourage men to have is a community, because I feel that they leave this thing called community to the female gender, that you guys should have community. Meanwhile, guys go through a lot that you guys don't even talk about. There's so much that people go within closed doors and then max it with, I'm a man, I'm a guy, I'm a guy. Guy, you still be human being, you still die one day, you understand? Like, still talk to your guys. So I feel they fall victim of that aspect of them being, like, they have to put up the front, like, I'm a man. I can't show weakness, I can't cry. Exactly. So they have to put on the facade that I'm hard. They can't even say, can you help me? Because they're like, no, I'm the guy now, let me say it, you understand? And it's very wrong because we now see them as, they're not humans, but they are humans.
Superhumans.
Exactly. They're still boys, literally. Boys in big men clothes. They're still boys, they're still human beings. So I feel that's one of the parts where sexism actually plays out.
And they can actually be fragile.
Oh my goodness, girl. They are very fragile. Yeah, I feel people don't say this, but then their ego is very fragile.
Yes.
I remember we were talking about this with my girls, how, do you know how much it takes for a guy to walk up to a girl, to approach a girl? Because I feel that we leave the approaching to them. So therefore, they have to it takes so much courage. I remember I was having this talk with one guy, and he was saying how one of his biggest fears actually walking up to a girl. And I was like, why? He was like, because it does something to his ego, like not just because he's proud, no, but because he's scared, rejection. And I feel we just don't think like them. We just say, sorry, I cannot, like, let me say, a guy walks up to you, like, sorry, can I just talk to you? And you're like, sorry, excuse me. Like, the attitude already.
If you want to like
now, that is very hurtful for a guy, because it took them a lot to actually walk up to you and like, girl, I like this. Do you understand? So just having, even though you don't really like them, understand that kiss. You understand? I get it. You will not really like them, but just try and be nice, because it's a lot.
And in that situation, you know, girls have more power because they are coming up to you and you have the right to say yes or no. So they're often very scared. But for girls, we just, in a way, most women are just waiting for, you know, waiting for, even when you're in a talking stage. Exactly. Even when you're in a talking stage with a guy, you're not going to want to say, oh, can we move? You'll be leading him like a little bit because you don't want to be.
Ideas in his head.
Exactly.
Let me ask you both a question.
With that,
do you want your guy like to be to lead? For example, they say men should not, girls should not propose. Men should, like, even though, like, you know how we all want the guys to walk up to us.
Yeah.
They want him to be the one to say, okay, can we date? Okay, can we get married? Like, you want him to lead. So I want to ask you both, because leaving it up to the guy to do the leading, is it cool by you, or can you actually approach a guy like, guy, I like you? You understand? Like, what do you?
I don't have to. Okay.
Let's start with her.
Why are you starting with me?
I want to listen to you.
Fine.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer in saying what I feel and how I feel. I can actually let a guy know that I actually like him.
Oh, you'll be like, yeah, I like you.
No, not like I walk up. No. Not that I walk up to the guy and I'm like, it's, for instance, now someone I've been talking to for a while. I might just come out plain and tell you, because I really don't like the, what they call it,
circle,
gardening, running around the garden. Please, let's know exactly. We're not it. Okay, now we know
Okay, that's someone you've been talking to.
I like definition.
You just met.
I don't do.
So you're still on the
So
fence.
you won't if you just met.
No.
Would you or would you not?
Period.
No, I would not walk up to a guy and say, oh, I like
But
you.
why so?
Amen.
You
But
talk.
wait, chill. Why so?
I really don't know. Should I say society? Can I blame society?
Really? You cannot blame society.
Let me push it on them. But okay, generally, I don't know.
Absolutely.
I think what you said about how guys feel, rejection is like a pill that everybody gets to swallow in one aspect of
So you're
life,
scared of
and
rejection.
nobody likes it. It's bitter. So
Yeah.
no, I don't want the rejection. So, but not that I feel like I might get rejected, but what if
You
it
want to be
happens?
safe. You're
Exactly.
playing safe.
Safe spot. If you like me,
Okay.
come. If you don't like me, do what you do.
What if it like it just never tells you I like you?
Girl, there are people like that.
Then we move on in life and things go well. So Tracy, answer the question. You've just been bouncing things like
let
up
me just
and
say
down.
straightforward. I would rather mop on the show.
You rather what?
Mop on the show.
Mop an
Then
ocean
walk up to him. Why?
and say,
Guy, I want to be like, hey, I like you.
I know a strong, independent female man.
I like to be known. You naturally with you, Seth. I like when you praise me.
Ooh,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's
you.
true.
I
That's
like-
absolutely true.
I like it when you tell me, Kai, you're beautiful. You're too fine.
So you love the sweet words.
But when you walk up to him, you say I like you. You're like, oh, I like you too. You're actually
Guys
really
will joke to
beautiful.
that I like you. I'm fine. You know that,
Yeah, some of them are the accurate.
And some guys would know that you actually like them,
Yeah, true.
but they just want you to, be open. And I'll be like,
I hate things
wow.
like that.
And the thing with women is that it's actually difficult to hide when you like a person. It starts showing like
But it's not for all of
very
us.
obvious.
It's not for
very
all of us.
obvious. Are you sure?
All of us are.
You
I don't think so.
You
I
actually
say
think you
woman,
can hide
some
it,
of us
but
will
no.
G.
Someone might look at you and see it all over you,
Kelechi,
but in your
Some
mind
of
you're
us can
following,
like a
you're
guy, even the guy
forming.
no good know.
When you like
Some of
someone,
us be G like
even
that.
as when you like a girl, your fellow girl, like
Yes.
it's obvious. You just go all the way for the person.
Wait. Let me say so. Let me contradict. There are people that
Okay.
when they like someone, they ask the opposite.
That's also a
That's so
form.
weird. I think that's weird.
That's even one of the
So
ways
let's
that
talk
no.
about
Let me
Can we
wait.
please
Ma,
go
boss
ahead
your
and tell
brain.
me?
Boss
That's
my
even
brain.
one of the ways that women show that they like people. When there's this constant open hate,
Big
hatred, bigot, idiot, fool,
Well, it's not
all
for
the
all.
insults. No, I'm telling you,
Yeah, I get what
be
you're saying.
constantly
But that's
fighting
toxic,
with the
though.
person.
It's a very toxic kind of love.
Yes, but it happens. That's
Yeah,
how some
it
people
does.
actually show their admiration.
True.
Openly, they want everybody to feel like, oh, I hate this person.
So that no one will suspect.
Yes,
No, I'm
exactly.
already suspecting.
So it's already clear. So sometimes people think they're hiding it, but
Yeah.
girl,
But if
you
you're
know.
saying that, like when a girl likes it, but everyone will know, I feel that it's not for everybody.
Kelechi, you know they hide them enough. You think you
I say it's not for everybody.
the guy that you like knows that you like
It's not
him.
for everybody.
Go and check.
Kelechi,
Go and
you
check.
don't like her more.
You know.
It's not for everybody, child. I was speaking for the people that they know these things very well. Some people have played this game so long that they know.
Why they play?
So
That's
we
the thing I'm
can't.
talking
I'm
about.
speaking for
You are
you.
playing
You
the
know
game.
yourself. You
Why
know
do you have
yourself.
to
I'm
wait?
speaking for you.
Why do you have to wait for a man?
We have even
Okay,
answered my
wait.
own.
Let's cross that. No, you have actually.
If I want him to walk up to me or not.
Okay, yeah, you haven't. So.
True. So do I want to walk up to me? I actually want him to walk up to me, but I can't. But if I walk up to a guy, it means I don't really like you so much. I'm just walking up to you to compliment you. Like, do you get like just oh my god, I love this, I love that.
Yeah, that doesn't
But if I
count.
truly like a guy, I will not walk up to
Why are
him.
you looking at my shoes though? You
Yeah,
like it?
Because
yes,
she
they're
likes
very
it.
fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know.
They're very fine.
Thank you, baby.
You enter my eye.
Oh my
So
god.
I was going to say, you know, it's great that you mentioned the fact about guys crying. So, which brings us to the next thing I was going to talk about. When is a person being sexist? Because a lot of us, I can be sexist a couple of times. You can't. We make comments like that all the time. When you say, like I said earlier, when you say things like, why are you acting like a woman?
True.
Why are you trying to be a man? It happens. So, for instance, I like using stories. I'm the kind of person that likes to take along. I don't have a car yet. And yes, I use
For those that don't know,
bam. So here's along. You have a destination. Your destination is, say, E. Let me use E. So you enter a car from A to B.
Yeah.
Stop at B. Enter another car from B to C.
Yeah.
That kind
Okay, sorry,
enter.
that's like tutush. For those outside Abuja, maybe in Lagos State, along are down full.
Yeah.
You know that yellow bus.
But there's no bus.
Yeah,
There's no
I'm-
bus here.
because
So
So along, that's like for those outside Abuja, you just like here it's a car, but
Yeah.
in Lagos it's like
Susha.
taking up
Yes,
one percent
bus.
that them,
But
but these all
it's
those
cheap.
down full buses and those ones are cheap.
Very cheap.
True.
Please.
And that's
Waste
how I
your
get
money on
by.
boats? No way.
that's how I get by, except I'm going on.
I've blessed you with a car this year.
Amen.
Amen.
Oh my God.
Amen.
Say it again.
Amen.
Say it
Amen.
again.
I came on too. We need.
Not be you are the blessing.
Anybody bless me
You know
now.
they carry along,
If
though.
you share now.
Okay, please, Justina, please go ahead.
Okay, so when you go out and like see people a lot every day, you see different things, and then if you've ever heard someone saying something like this, "Woman, if you pull me for middle," have you ever
Oh
heard?
Yeah.
my God. Yes, it happens.
I've experienced that more than twice, and
They are light for you to come in.
exactly. And the thing with public transport, it is public transport, no be your car.
No be your car.
It don't be your papa car.
You don't even have an
But you
option.
see some men say, no, I have an option. What? Even sometimes I look at the driver, I'm like, driver, you dey collect, you dey reduce woman money. He says no, because we're paying the same transport fare, the same so why would you? And they'll be waiting outside. So that is an example of, being sexist, practical example of being sexist. And also people who support them. For instance, when it comes to, let me use religion, or being a Catholic, for instance, they say there's this thing called sin of omission. You didn't do anything, it's sin caused by not doing something. Oh no, let me not use religion, let me use law. You can, if I know that you're going to commit a crime, and I say nothing, and they find out that I knew, what am I?
An accomplice.
Exactly. So people who sit and listen as well. There's a certain driver, that thing happened, like the driver wanted to pick a woman, and a man was at the edge. He wanted to step down for the woman to come in. But the driver was like, I beg, we're gonna do that thing.
Shift.
Exactly,
That was so
shifting.
cool.
It's
That was so cool.
exactly, that is him supporting. And it's also, really dangerous because as a woman, if you want to enter a cab and then somebody wants to come down for you to
It's
enter,
very sneaky.
very sneaky and risky. If I'm the person, I would not enter the cab. I'd rather let it.
But most times you hear this driver saying, if you man, I enter there, why you man go the shit
Exactly.
for you? You don't get papa for house.
Sexism, that's an example.
It's crazy.
Now let me use guys as well.
Very.
Let me use guys as well. When they say guys, oh, you should not cry, or they tell him, oh, man up, why they cry like woman? Wait a minute, why they talk like woman? Why? But the thing is, society has actually tried to program men to push them into a box where you have to be masculine, you have to act strong or
Hardcore.
exactly. And if you ever try to show any vulnerability, you're less of a man. You're a woman.
Yeah.
That's what they'll call you. But that is being sexist, and it's not right actually. Also, when it comes to men as well, men, in society, it's a patriarchal society, like you said. Men are supposed to be the providers, and when a man cannot provide, what are you? Less of a man, according to sexist.
Yeah,
You are not.
woman.
You are not complete.
That's what they
So
say.
that's why there's a lot of pressure on men, and that's why I think that's why some people even try to justify gender roles, because they're like, now man they do everything, so give him this opportunity. So I don't know. I want you to talk more about the justifications of gender roles. Why do you think people justify gender roles as well? I just mentioned one, like how yet they expect men to be the providers, to always have the breadwinners and all that. So what other reasons do you feel like people use to justify gender roles?
Yeah, even when it comes to jobs, like let's say carrying a cement at a site, women can do that too. I mean, I've seen women doing that. Even like my university, I saw women, some others mama them, they were like helping to carry cement and the bricks and all. And it's for extra cash, obviously. Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, Nigeria is very hard.
Yeah.
So people see it like it's a man's job, because like why would a woman be carrying this thing? You don't even have the strength to carry heavy stuff on your body, because you will do this, you do that. And then there's this thing I heard from a doctor friend of mine. He said if you're a woman and then you started exercising very early, maybe you're running, all these hardcore exercises, it makes you, let's say break your hymen or something easily. Unlike a man, you can actually do what you want to do. But say a woman, you shouldn't like do too much because you're a woman. So society says that as one, and there's this thing that everybody is a victim of. I've been a victim of this too when I was still growing up. When I hear something like a nurse, the first thing that comes to my head is
A woman.
A woman.
Yeah.
So the first time I saw a male nurse, I was like, are you a nurse?
Exactly. You get this look like, now you be nurse.
I'm like, doctor, no, I'm a nurse. Oh.
Yes.
Sure. Like, even our parents, they do this a lot. So, about my CDS, there's this guy, the president of my CDS, he mentioned something this morning about his mom. He said he wanted to study nursing initially, and then his mom was like, God forbid. Now, woman, cause you be woman, you want me to insult me? And then everybody was like, mothers and everything. And then he now said the reason why I brought this up today was because yesterday the conversation happened again in their house. That his cousin wanted to go register for jam, and then he's like, "Oh, mommy, I want to register nursing." Then she was like, "God forbid." Then she was praying and saying, "The Holy Ghost fire."
I don't know.
Yeah, like it's that deep that why would a man want to do a woman's cause? Like, why is he lazy? What happened to engineering? Society normally.
Yeah.
What happened to? Can't he be a doctor? Doctors are for men, nursing for women. Get so like it's just like I don't want to say it's like a cancan one, but it is so deep.
But it is
into the
actually.
fabric
Yes.
of Nigeria, of Africa, just generally in everybody's mindset. It's just like it's just right there. So
Yeah.
that's it.
So honestly, this justifications are they even right? You know, saying, but she already explained that just because people are trying to justify it doesn't exactly make it right.
Yeah.
So, how do you think, Kelechi, how do you think we can prevent this gender bias, which is obviously everywhere in our society and a big problem? How do you think we can prevent that?
That's a deep question because preventing, wow. I feel like it has to,
Let's say, because I feel like it can't be completely eliminated.
Very
So,
true, very true.
how do we reduce this?
I feel sensitization actually, first of all, like what we're doing is like sensitization, like talking about
Definitely.
it. Because sometimes it happens, but we don't talk about it. There are so many things that happen, but we just don't talk about it. Elephant in the room. We just ignore it, but it doesn't mean it doesn't happen. So that's the first thing I would say, like we should keep talking about this, like keep telling people that it's not right. You saying a guy should not cry, it's not right. You saying particular things, it is not right. You saying, okay, this nursing is for just female, it is not right. Like, let them be whatever they want
To be.
Though there is a limit, but yes, just let them. So I feel that talking about it, enlightening people, because some of them actually come from a place of ignorance, not a place of them knowing. Some just find ignorance. Just them thinking that, okay, he wants to become a woman, or he wants to be very feminine, not knowing that it's just actually an occupation that they love. Do you understand? So just talking about it is one. And also like educating the younger generations about these things.
Yeah.
Because if you want to stop something, that's from the root.
Yeah.
So now like you have to go to the new ones that are coming in. You have to start treating them well, like telling them, okay, you can be this. You don't have to be this. Don't just think, okay, because of my gender I am limited. Don't think, okay, because I'm female, I can't do something. Like you saying how the doctor says, okay, when you're young, you can't do this kind of sport. Now, there are girls from very young, they love sport. Oh my God, this girl that she's a basketballer. And I feel that people think, why parents don't even let their girls go into sport? Because of the physique. Yes, it does change your physique, but it's different. Like there is this girl, she's a basketballer. I think some people know her, T. Cooper. Now she's very sexy. Oh my goodness, if you see her, she is very sexy. Her body is still banging, though she's a basketballer. So I feel that that's a perspective that people see that, okay, if you're going into sports, you look like a man, you look very masculine. But it's not for everyone.
That's another topic actually, because you just mentioned that the fact that she looks sexy.
Yes.
Does she look sexy or does she look
fit?
Like, no, society's idea of sexy?
Oh wow, I get what you're saying.
Because I feel like the same thing. I'm going to mention Serena and Venus, the sisters that play tennis.
Yeah.
The same thing. She's constantly getting, comments that, oh, she looks a certain way, she has muscles.
Serena is sexy to me though.
So, but people
I
see it
think
as, people see, especially acrobats as well, some of all these really, intense athletes, they feel like, oh, they are looking manly. But why would you, like, people, there are different definitions of sex.
Exactly, I think that word is vague.
Yeah.
And I feel that it's like different people have what sexy means to them. Like
True.
people call food, I've seen guys that call food sexy, that call cars sexy.
Yeah,
I call cars sexy.
There's food porn.
Period.
I share one almost every day on
Yes,
my
on your
Instagram.
And mostly
I'm obsessed with chocolate.
Just tired.
So yes, food can be sexy
Yeah,
to me.
it can. Even
Chocolate.
cars can be sexy. I feel that word it differs to people.
Yeah.
What I call sexy may not be what you call sexy. So I get what you're saying. So basically, what I'm also saying is just talking about it, telling people that it's more like just because of your gender doesn't mean you can't do certain things or you can't do certain things. You can actually go for what you want. You can be a basketballer, you can be a footballer as a girl. You can just go for what
Just like this, there's the makeup thing. I mean, we have a lot of guys getting into makeup now, but the way we view them is different.
Yeah.
A guy, makeup
But
artist.
let me shock you, Sha.
Why? But we ladies will love it when a man does something.
My hairdresser
I love
is a guy and he's good.
I love
Like,
it.
my nail tech, he's good. He's a guy.
Let
I
me
love
tell
it.
you.
Sticking to
Let
guys,
me
I
tell
think
you
really-
exactly what you said. Let me tell you exactly what happened last week. Not too far. I went to have my nails done, and then there was this elderly woman that came in. When I'm stressing elderly, she looks almost older than my mom.
How
And
old?
she was like,
In her 60s.
50, above 50s.
Okay.
And she wanted to do her nails. And then one lady was trying, she was like, no, na man I want.
I tell
Like she
you.
said it plain, you can
I
ask,
tell you.
madam, na man you want.
Men they sabi
She was
pass.
like,
Yeah, but you know,
but
I
that's the
understand
thing.
why.
Yeah.
Men they sabi.
Because they take their time. Because most times girls we just tend to rush. But men are
But
somewhat
it depends
gentle.
though. It
Yeah,
depends.
it depends on them.
Depends.
Some of them. But like one thing about guys, you know, they can't do things at the same time. They can't multitask. Have you noticed?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Men
thing.
can't more, and because
Yeah.
of that, whenever they are doing something, they are very meticulous. Like, for example, if you're the guy in the car, he can't be talking to you and be driving.
Why?
That's how it works for them. They feel like you're
I
distracting them.
cannot relate.
Yes, for us girls, it's very possible. You can be
No, I can't relate to what you're
at the
saying.
same time.
A guy
yeah.
cannot talk to you and drive.
But
Yes,
the
you
guys
can.
that I have seen, like when I'm talking to them, like, sorry, you're distracting me. I'm
Well,
like,
that's
you
a
can
different
talk
kind of
to
guy.
me,
That's-
yes.
I feel
What kind
like-
of talk are
But
we
most
talking
of them
about?
can multitask.
Yeah, but understand that.
They-
I've
like,
heard that.
there
before.
is-
I'm not trusting Kelechi right now.
Okay.
You can't talk and drive. Like, what kind of talk she talking about?
Can we not go into this?
No, I'm just- I don't-
Let's not be dirty.
I don't trust you.
Tosin, don't be
Just
dirty.
have
Tosin.
Don't be dirty,
With
Tosin.
Tosin,
Please.
Please,
Just keep
definitely
out the door,
expect
okay?
that with
Don't.
us.
Anyway, like there is this thing that they say that if you leave your child with your husband and then the phone rings and then the first thing he will do is to look through the window, are you coming home? He would, because everything is calling him, but a woman can do everything at the same time. That's why I say they can't multitask. So now bringing it to their line of work. When they are doing your nails, they are doing your nails. A woman can be doing it and she's gisting. And we see happen for that place, for that. I like
Women, we like to gossip.
For
That's
a man, he can take his time and he will be on your nails. So
Yeah.
I feel that that's why we actually prefer men to
Yeah.
them. That's just my perspective, though. But what's your perspective?
Well, I actually support what you said because I think the research has been done. I don't have the figures, but it is certain that some men can't really multitask. A lot of men can multitask. That's why they like to focus. That is like one of women's
Strength.
superpowers. Yes, one of our
Yeah.
strengths. We're able to do this,
I love superpowers.
and it'll come out great. It'll come out good. But
Yeah.
men need like that tunnel vision just to
Yeah.
focus on one thing. Women complain about, okay, for instance, but this isn't part of it. Like women complain about men touching them, indiscriminately.
Sexual
But
harassment.
sometimes
Okay,
women do that as well.
Thought I
When
had
you
something
laugh
else
and you're
about
like,
touching.
you're not supposed to.
Tosin.
You're not
What's
supposed
your
to.
mind dirty?
She said women complain about men touching me.
It's Tosin.
I
so
don't
won't-
complain when a man is touching me.
Right. Oh, so you feel like you can touch other people just because.
I mean, I
don't
touch you
complain.
too.
Touch who?
This
Who are you
time not like
touching?
just
I dey
how
touch
far.
you.
I'm telling you, why touching Justina?
What are you thinking about?
Exactly what you said. I'm
I
thinking
touched
about.
you today. I touched you.
You touched
too.
me. No, you cannot touch me in Jesus' name.
Oh my god! Let's just go ahead.
It's the both of you.
I touched
Okay,
you.
fine. Let's forget
Oh
my
my
example.
goodness.
Let's
Thank
forget
you,
my
do something
example.
else.
Okay.
Thank you.
So sexism is also common in the workplace. Now something managers can do is, openly declare that they're against it and actually support people when they come and report, cases
True.
like that.
Yeah.
Because some women in, high places often complain about, certain kind of attitude towards them. Even men as well feel different things. So all these things in the workplace, the human resource can actually support them. If something like that is reported to you, don't brush it off. Don't say, go a bed. What kind of thing are you coming to? You
Yeah.
have to show that support to eradicate that as well.
Yeah.
So that can be done.
And even when a
by
man
training.
comes to complain, don't
Yeah,
just say
exactly.
you're a man.
Yes.
Go handle him.
Exactly.
You should
Even
also
happens in cases like rape.
help.
Men get raped.
Yeah,
as
people
well.
don't believe
But we
that.
don't say that
They
enough.
do.
Men get
Yes,
raped.
Yes,
They
what you
do.
hear
Yeah.
is they
They
enjoy
do.
it. I bet you
They
know.
do.
But it's actually really, sick because some people are actually traumatized by
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
if you ask most of your male friends, they'll be like, oh, the first time I had sex was my auntie.
Yes.
See,
yes.
yes.
That's so true.
My auntie,
That's
my
very
auntie,
true.
That thing
Very
is
true.
very common.
Very
But
rampant.
that's a
Very.
different topic.
Very.
I've had a couple of people tell me too that they, had their first sex with somebody older than them.
Yeah.
And then you get to wonder, like, wasn't that abuse? And they're usually at younger ages, like when they're teenagers. Well, that's a different topic, Sha.
Yeah.
And see,
Like
you say,
that should be a different topic because
Yeah,
I
it
feel that
should.
they go through a lot after because
We don't
one
talk
thing about
about it enough.
rape traumas or sexual traumas is that it stays with you.
Yeah, it does.
Like you have to go through healing. Some people don't talk about this thing called therapy, but they need therapy. Like
Actually.
Yeah, and
They
the,
really
the
need
sad
therapy.
part is they actually carry it into other relationships.
yes,
Which is not
How
yes,
they are
goodness,
dealing
girl,
with
yes,
people.
yes.
So it's actually harming and something that needs to be fixed.
It's very
You
true.
need to fix your sexist mentality.
Yeah.
If you have it, you're not the only one. A lot of us do
You're on
it
this table.
unconsciously and consciously. So
Yes.
you just try to watch yourself, and the next time you're saying something like, "Oh, why are you acting like a man?" Is the person acting like a man, or is the person just acting like a person?
Period.
Because according to biology, all of us have the hormones to feel different types of ways
And
and
react
act
differently.
and react differently as well. So if a person is reacting a certain way, maybe that person is just reacting as that person.
Yeah.
So don't try to, box the person into saying, "Oh, you're supposed to be this or you're supposed to be that." So guys, I think we've really
we should
really
wrap it
done
up.
our best on this topic,
Yeah.
right? We
I
have.
enjoyed myself, dude.
Yeah,
I did too.
honestly.
I did.
Right.
It was a very relaxing conversation.
And nobody should touch me after this, please.
Who is touching
Really?
us? Is it you that's touching us?
Don't hold hands.
Don't hold.
I'll give you a beer hug.
Jesus Christ. Just
What is wrong with a
Don't-
beer hug?
that sound that mommy.
Don't see your mind is always dirty.
Yes.
Why is you always dirty?
I support her.
Really?
What is it?
That's how they used to attack me.
We walk on eggshells when it comes to all these things around
They are
you.
attacking me.
How we attacking is the truth,
Yes,
girl.
beer hugs are beautiful things
Don't
from
hug
women
me.
to
I'm very
women,
neat. Beer
from
hugs.
men to women.
Beer hugs.
Yes, girl.
And from
Beer
men to
hugs.
men.
Not dirty.
Men
Guys,
to men. Oh
don't
my
be scared.
God.
Can't even talk about that. You know how boys don't hug. You know how boys don't hug. Guys don't hug. They shake. Like that is something that I'm talking about now.
Why
not?
Abigail, how do they talk?
Why not? Please, if you're a man
You
and you
address
want to
this.
hug the next man,
True.
the man next to you, especially maybe if you're, in this place, I'm speaking to people behind the crew.
Yeah.
If you want to hug the man next to you, it's fine. Thank
Don't
you
do
so
it.
much for
Don't do
watching
it, please.
State
Don't
of
do
the Culture, brought to you by
Izesan.
Speak
Esan.
Don't forget to download our app. It
Please
is
do.
on your Google Play Store and your
iOS.
iOS store.
Please.
You're going to love it. You're going to learn
Love.
different African languages.
Yeah.
Izesan, Speak Esan.
Come
Thank
on,
you
can
so
I
much.
do?
My name is Justina and Yating. I'm your host and my co-host.
Oh, you did you know what I'm saying?
I'm
And
Kenichidu.
thank you for listening and watching.
Bye.
Bye.